Once he held the gun to my throat, pushed it into my throat.
Okay. All right. That took a turn.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Guys, do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your account? Oh, I do. And you have no idea where it's going? Well, I know. It's all those subscriptions. So guess what we used? We used Rocket Money to help us find out what subscriptions we're actually spending money on. It was eye-opening, and we had to cancel the ones we don't want anymore. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/DPT.
That's rocketmoney.com/DPT, rocketmoney.com/DPT.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Patel. Nimesh Patel. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
So happy to have you on the show,
Thanks for having me, man.
I love that we've hung at Moon Tower before.
Yes,
we've gotten a chance, again, whenever like our favorite New York people make their way out here. Yeah, that's the underrated thing about the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. They bring a lot of great New York comics.
A lot of New York comics. It's a cool reunion for us. Yeah, for
right.
sure.
It's good. I love that you're on tour. We'll talk about that coming up. But
please.
Here's the deal. You were just telling us off air of a story of behavior in Fresno. And I mean, you can just guess what it is, people. It was insanity and it's crazy. A 6'4" Indian man collapsed or drunk at your show.
Drunk. I mean, that's not unusual. What's unusual is that he gets up and then falls over, then you announce, are there any doctors in the house? And of course,
it's an Indian show.
Yes, everyone gets up.
Everyone gets up. And you're like, okay, anybody, let's now make it more specific. All veterinarians sit down, all people who are pediatricians. Surgeons, you are not needed. Who works on the heart? And like, but it is amazing because I believe that behavior, and I don't know if you agree with this, is like becoming more prevalent in society. People are just getting dumber. I don't know if you feel that way.
Alcohol consumption went through the roof from pandemic on, and it just heightened the fact that people are sad and alone. And Fresno is probably a doubling down on that. You could tell. You can tell how isolated and sad a town is by how drunk they are on a Thursday or Friday night. Yes. And it's like they're all people are trapped. It felt like we got to get out. You know what?
I bet there are good people in Fresno, but
amazing people. They all laugh
until they drink.
Yeah, they laughed. They had a good time. He was having a good time, but just too good of a time.
That's right. He didn't know how to turn off the spigot. And sometimes that's what happens with dumb people.
Sure.
We get dumb stories sent to us by our awesome fans. Daniel, you've got one.
I do. Ready? This was sent by Jake Groney at Jake Groney.
Great dude.
I love this headline. Man protesting wedding venue launches firework at newlyweds in helicopter. he's had enough of this shit.
What? Are the newlyweds in the helicopter?
Yes.
And he launched a firework from the ground.
And he's not protesting love. He's not protesting weddings.
Like,
he's protesting the venue.
Did he get charged with a terrorist attack?
I don't know. He's shooting that's a surface-to-air newlywed attack.
Yeah. He's got it lined up.
Attempted murder for sure.
So I love that, like, this has been boiling up for him. He's like, I hate that whatever a farm next to his house or is now Strawberry Farm's wedding venue.
It seems like unwise to launch one at a helicopter when now the venue is empty, and if you're protesting it, you're not going to hurt anybody.
Right.
Or if you really want to ruin the like. First of all, you're not going to hit the helicopter. It's a wasted gesture, and you're going to get in trouble.
Sure.
If you really want to protest the venue, like stand outside with a giant sign and say, this place sucks, or there's salmonella here. Or get naked at someone's wedding. You will ruin the wedding just by being there.
Just cut the XLR cable. You'll really piss people off.
How mad is he that he's just not been invited to any of the weddings? That's what
right
it is.
Here, man.
That's it.
I can see.
I live next door.
Half that table's empty. You already paid for the plates.
That's the last time you don't invite me.
Right. I've requested songs from my house.
One man's long-standing history of making threats toward a nearby wedding venue culminated with him launching a firework at a helicopter carrying a newly married couple, Georgia deputies say.
So, Dan, if you
from Macon.com.
Like,
Macon?
I would Macon.com. I would identify you as a fantastic storyteller, comedian who also does great sketch.
Sure. And
we are identified as twin comedians who have been doing it for a long time. You are this. Nimesh is a fantastic. That's how you're identified.
Comic.
If you are identified as a man who has had offered many threats to a
long-standing history of
that's
making
how
threats.
people know you. Who's that guy over there?
That'd be great if you start saying that to like hosts on shows. How do you want me to bring it up? Can you say I have a long-standing history of making threats?
I launched a firework
at a newlywed couple in a helicopter.
Did you hit it? No.
No.
You might have a,
but he's gonna hit it tonight, guys. Please welcome Nimesh Patel.
you might have a crazy set if you get brought up with that. Like this dude's gonna be a wild card.
Oh, yeah, he's crushing it in prison right now.
And also, and then you're like, and also Conan.
Yeah. She also mentioned both of them.
A Cherokee County deputy was working as security at an October 20 wedding when he heard a mortar firework hurtling towards a departing helicopter carrying the newlyweds, according to a Cherokee County Sheriff's Office crime report.
So again,
he heard the like.
Yes,
like he heard
he heard
the whistle.
Well, you can't stop it.
That's impressive work right there. Yeah.
A lot of time around fireworks, mainly bottle rockets, but hey. Or just maybe did they hear the like boom, like that? Yeah. The like, yeah.
That's just
Dan. So the couple is in the helicopter.
Yeah, they're about to take off. Like a grand gesture.
Nothing can touch us now. I'm so happy this went off so well.
We're about to start the rest of our lives.
They must really love us.
Look, I mean, if you're hearing, I don't know, if you're hearing a helicopter every Friday and Saturday at the end of a wedding, so you're probably somewhere around midnight.
You're mad.
That has to be.
You're mad.
Because when people go, oh, we shouldn't have so many concerts, or the night games at Wrigley are horrible, and I'm like, you moved next to Wrigley Field.
You know it sucks.
But I don't know that as weddings, and traditions and shit that people do, it gets crazier. I mean, gender reveals and fucking weddings getting crazier and crazier. This person shouldn't have done this, but I don't think they signed up to like live next to a constant
helipad.
Yes.
Or he lived there originally. And now the helicopters.
They came in.
Yeah.
Then you came. And then the helicopter.
Definitely that has changed his life. But how bad or sad is it that like he launches the firework up, they're taking off, and she just turns to him and is like, babe, you ordered fireworks?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
We didn't almost just die.
No.
Because mortar firework is the tube with the ball. I mean, you're shooting
You're shooting it up in the air.
You can get into some pro level stuff with mortar fireworks. After further investigation, the sheriff's office issued a warrant for David Jeter, Captain, on a charge of making terrorist respect.
Salute.
Yeah, that kid. I want to know where that kid from the Jeter respect. How old is that kid now? Probably 20, 25.
I don't know what you're referring to.
That little kid. It's that
from the Jeter respect commercial.
And he's a little kid in like a denim shirt, and he's got the Yankees hat, and it was like Jeter's last game, and he like tips his hat to him. You guys have never seen this?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
I wonder where that kid's.
So that's like how many years ago?
So Jeter retired probably
2008.
9?
No. Later
12?
than that. Later than that.
14?
Yes, I think like probably 10 years old. So and you're right. That kid was
kid's
probably like
20.
11, and he's probably 21 now.
He's Tommy DeVito.
Or he's Tommy DeVito's agent.
While working, I did want to say this. After further investigation, David Jeter, they charged him with making terroristic threats, according to deputies.
God, come on.
While working his quote,
Thankfully, justice.
Yes.
While working his quote, I just love this, extra duty job. The officer who was working security, not off duty, not side job.
See, I like that.
Extra duty. He's not, but he's also not a cop in this function. He's just a security officer.
But
you're always a cop.
You're always a cop.
But to him, he's like, it's extra. Put down extra duty job.
Like, what's the difference between extra duty and duty? Extra duty, I can put my knee in his back. Right. Duty, I can go on his neck.
Extra duty, no body cam. While working his extra duty job, the officer was aware that other issues had occurred at Rocky's Lake Estate, where the wedding was being held, the sheriff's office said.
Yep.
Deputies said the owner, William Morris Rocky, had a particular problem with Jeter.
His last name is a first name.
Right.
That's what.
So it's Rocky versus Jeter,
Billy Rocks.
which feels like Philly versus New York.
Yeah,
Rocky versus Jeter.
And it's run by the William Morris agency.
I went to a Rangers game a couple of weeks ago, and they had like a whole Rocky thing on like the jumbo screens, and I was like, yes, that Philadelphia icon cheering on this New York team.
Were they playing the Flyers?
They were playing the San Jose Sharks. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a great game. 10 goals that game.
Yeah, but like
6-4.
when you want to get them pumped up, they play like a Rocky speech or something like that.
So our thing.
They also did the Michigan. They did the Spartans from 300. I'm like, this only fits at Michigan State games.
Right.
Right.
Our thing is that Rocky Balboa is like from Philadelphia, but he had like a New York
Bronx.
accent. It's like give him a Philly accent. Hey, yo, Adrian, get out of that coma.
Hey, get down to Wawa on 5th and Wilkes and grab me a water
Paulie,
ice.
quit hitting that meat.
Hey, grab me a towel.
Get a towel.
I need a
That would
towel.
change
Don't
it.
throw
That would
in the
change
towel. I
the-
need a towel.
That would have changed.
No one would have watched that movie.
Nobody would watch it.
None. Okay, so it's Jeter versus Rocky, right? Rocky had a particular problem with Jeter, who was accused of making threats against his employees and wedding guests before.
You can't threaten a wedding guest.
David Jeter lives
in a rock.
it's in the hundreds. Lives how many feet away from Rocky's Lake Estate in Woodstock?
Okay.
It's in the
Woodstock,
hundreds.
New York, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, Woodstock, Georgia.
Oh, Woodstock, Georgia.
You guys want to guess? It's in the
I'll
hundreds.
guess. He's 350 feet away.
Okay.
He's 150 feet away.
Nimesh?
I would say 200 feet or so. Just guessing off the distance of mortar.
Mortar range.
Yeah.
But I feel like David Jeter uses words like infiltrate, so he probably infiltrated the grounds.
Yeah.
He's got camo on. And this is
doing like
the
an
last
army
time.
crawl.
He's Bruce Dern in the Burbs.
Come on, dude.
David Jeter lives 470 feet away.
There we go.
So
closest.
yeah, just what's that like 1 2/3 football field?
That's within earshot of a helicopter for sure.
It's coming in and going out big time. It's
You get
landing.
that?
He's having Vietnam
hit that.
flashbacks
Yeah, I
every
know.
Friday and Saturday.
I got him. I got this.
He lives 470 feet away from Rocky's Lake Estate in Woodstock, according to the report, and has repeatedly harassed passersby. To access parts of the venue, deputies said guests would need to take a golf cart that would drive past Jeter's house, where he would make. This is
where you don't like him.
They have to get from where the
Drive.
parking is and then to the venue. They have to go past his house on a thing. He would quote make sideways motions to his neck with his hands.
No.
And yell, "Don't do it" to the guests.
It ain't gonna last.
Don't do it.
Take it from me.
He's out here just this.
Yeah.
It's been a
Lance
long time since
Stevenson.
you see one of these in the wild. I don't know.
That's
Dan,
Clint
they-
Eastwood and what's that movie? I just saw Gran Torino.
Like if I'm riding the L train, if I'm on the L and somebody's just like, I'm off.
off
The
the
next
next
Is it
stop.
worse if it's the thumb?
The thumb does
Thumb
feel
is
a little
more
bit
violent. But so they've banned this from sports. You can't
You
make
can't
this.
do this.
Oh, you
Really?
No,
I didn't know
No,
that.
but you know what they haven't banned? The smelling your fingers across your nose.
Really?
Which is what players now do
What they
instead
do
of this.
for a first down, they'll go.
Is it Metcalf who plays for Seahawks?
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
Metcalf?
Yeah.
Is he the one who learned sign language so he can say shit that they were banning him from?
Yeah,
Yes.
DK did that, and then
really
what's it
smart.
called?
That's really
the guy
smart.
on the Niners that they both got expelled at the same time. Did the reverse
Yes.
thing, like number 14 fucked around and found out.
So good. Come on.
I can't remember who it was, but is
him
it
credit for
David, the
learning a
receiver
language.
Davis? Shane Gillis got him to do
Gabe
the-
Davis, yeah.
He got. No, it wasn't the baby. What did he?
Put him to sleep.
This thing.
Yes, that's
He
what it
did
was. It was
and
that
then-
kid. It was the kid, the meme.
And then he also had him do the hypnotized dance that
that's-
UK kid was doing.
yeah.
It was amazing.
That's incredible.
Amazing and hilarious.
Stuff like that.
I love it.
You could do that for charity if you're a player. Be like, I'll auction off a celebration dance.
Oh my
and then
God.
have it go to
Raise
a charity.
money for, like, breast cancer awareness.
Because remember when Brandon Marshall was wearing mental health? Brandon Marshall was wearing mental health shoes, and they fined him repeatedly. And now
Yes.
it's an event in
Yep.
the in
My
the
cleats,
NFL.
my
count-
cause.
Yes,
yeah.
that they fined him like 6 weeks in a
So,
row.
by the way,
for.
you're absolutely right that this should be auctioned off for charities and stuff. I saw the Miami Dolphins do the roller coaster one where he literally they all sit down and he moves his hand, like they put the bar down on all of them.
That's awesome.
It's phenomenal.
Amazing. Amazing.
Okay, so David's out in his yard telling people, "Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not going to last."
This guy.
He had yelled at people before. Where was it? Okay,
terrible.
A disorderly conduct report was filed against Jeter as a suspect in 2022, according to the report. On the night of the firework incident, the bride and groom were celebrating the end of their wedding at Rocky's Lake Estate. They boarded the helicopter at about 9:45 p.m.
That's early.
That's early to leave.
That's early to leave your own wedding.
It's late to hear a chopper.
But early to leave your wedding.
If you are not near, you're not in a major
airport,
city, or you're not near like a hospital, and you're in a chopper. Even if you are near a hospital, you're a rural, like where I'm born in Rochelle, Illinois. You're here in a helicopter at 9:45. They are airlifting somebody to save
400.
somebody.
Your
looking for a
windows are
suspect.
shaking.
Yes.
It's Jurassic
450
Park. feet away. The helicopter starts going.
Yeah.
in his
It's like
patio
Jurassic Park. Your drink is shaking.
Yeah.
His patio furniture is just everywhere, right?
But that's normally it is
Right.
too. I feel like
It blows it back into place.
You're denting my car projects.
His dog stopped barking a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's sad and alone.
He still calls out though.
Yeah.
Around that time, the officer was told by an employee that Jeter was outside of his home, quote, yelling in anger. That's his bio. The deputy said the helicopter lifted off about 15 minutes later, and while flying off, many people in the venue heard a firework shoot off and explode. It came in, quote, close proximity to the helicopter as it was still low. The officer, he didn't let it even get up.
Yeah.
It was still low, the officer said, and the owner suspected Jeter may have launched the rocket. No shit, Rocky.
Who else launched it?
Yeah.
It wasn't the mother of the bride.
One guy who had a surprise gift.
I slept with her.
Jeter had mentioned in a previous encounter that he was, quote, protesting the wedding venue, the sheriff's office said. The officer said he was only aware of one firework being launched. To check if Jeter had discharged the explosive, Morris contacted his daughter to check her outdoor camera footage, according to the sheriff. So Rocky has a daughter who's got outdoor
Camera footage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally trained on this guy's house.
Oh,
He stares at the camera.
Morris's daughter lives across the street from Jeter. They've got a whole Hatfield and McCoy situation here.
Jesus.
And had previously put up a camera around her home due to a history of being harassed by
Yes,
Jeter.
of
After
course.
going over the video footage, the owner sent a clip to the officer that he said showed the firework launching from Jeter's home.
Yep.
I mean, I'd say about 500 feet, you're shooting a firework. That's pretty good aim.
It's
It
amazing.
also might have just been a Roman candle, which is technically just a mini
I don't know the
label.
difference, but yeah.
If it's a Roman candle,
We used to have Roman candle
you
wars.
just hold.
You run around.
light the bottom and you hold it, and it shoots up these little balls.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
And we would run and shoot them at each other. It was very stupid and very fun.
very stupid. Very
fun.
Wisconsin.
So fun. And Illinois. All over the bi-state area.
Right.
After going over the footage, they see that he had a firework launching from Jeter's home. Quote, had this firework hit the helicopter, it could have caused problems or damage to the helicopter.
Yes.
No kidding.
You're lucky it didn't, bro.
And the helicopter pilot in Macon, Georgia, may not necessarily be trained for a firework hitting their.
Right.
For a firefight.
But I still hope like a wedding full of drunk people saw the firework like, ooh. Like they just roll with
they
it.
thought he did it.
David's actions scared a lot of people, as multiple people observing thought something bad had happened to the helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
As a result of the incident, the officer said that he had probable cause to charge Jeter with terroristic acts.
Yep.
A warrant was issued because his actions were escalating. The officer wrote, Jeter was booked into jail. This is like 2 months ago, October 24th, by the sheriff's office. Charges were listed as disorderly conduct,
Yes.
terroristic threats,
Yes.
no bond posted. Woodstock's about 30 miles northwest of Atlanta. Just for fun, what do you think his bond was? What do you think the bond was
Firing a
for
firework. at a
David
helicopter.
Jeter?
Yep.
Who, they don't give his age, but are we all sort of in like a 61 year?
58.
Yeah.
I said 58.
Years old.
That's too close to you, for me, to you guys. I know you're young 50s.
65.
But I just want, it's got a little bit of
To me, it's
anger.
late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
I see.
right.
I think you're right.
I
Yeah.
think his bond was $250,000.
$250,000.
Yep.
80K.
80K.
Yeah, it's Macon, Georgia, so I'm going to say probably close to like $50,000.
$3,500.
That's it. And they
Almost
knew,
worth it.
And they
Almost
knew this
worth it.
motherfucker wasn't going to come up
It's
with it.
too much, but it's almost
He's
worth
like, I'll
it.
do it again.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
I don't understand how it's not attempted murder, though.
I know.
Agreed.
that
You
thing
shot a
hits-
fiery ball at
At
a
a-
fucking
at a
helicopter.
vehicle.
Yes.
That's moving.
Get
That's
it?
has
moving that
people
has
in it.
people on it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
murder. That's
All right,
attempted
that
murder.
is-
Randy, you're up next. I'll obviously tell my stuff when we come back. We'll hear
Yeah,
everything
and
Nimesh
we'll
is up
talk
to.
about Nimesh, what he's got going on. All right, it's Dumb People Town. Nimesh Patel is with us. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
Hey,
Daniel, great job in the first story, and we're going to find out what Nimesh is doing his tour and everything, and he's got a great little story that he's doing in his act right now.
That is very dumb
people town oriented. But before we do that, Daniel, let people know where people can see you.
Yeah, the movie's out right now. Wine Club, my feature. You can see me be a newlywed who gets stuck in a wine cult. It's very fun.
Dude,
that's go to Apple for that. You can also go to Wine Club. This is before January 17th, that we're doing a premiere here in LA, and you can see how you can get a chance to come to that premiere, that screening.
Do that.
Everything else, just catch me. The Rose Gold tour is still going. The special will probably drop in April, but to come out and see that hour before I'm done with it, go to danielvankirk.com. I'm doing DC. I'm doing Midwestern dates with Wisconsin,
Des
Moines, doing Comedy Fort this year in 2024 as well. I know, I love them as well.
Love it.
So everything is up at danielvankirk.com. Pacific Northwest, it's all there. You'll find it.
I love it. And Nimesh, tell us about your tour, where you're going to be, where people can catch you, how they can do it.
For sure. I'm on tour right now. It's called the Fast and Loose Tour. You get tickets at fastandloosetour.com.
Love it.
This is out. I'm not sure when. I'll be in San Francisco this weekend, December 16th. Closing the year out at Madison Square Garden, December 30th.
Holy crap.
The theater. Not the big one,
all
but
good,
the theater.
though. Theater's amazing,
the theater.
dude. It's awesome.
And then all of next year, I'll be everywhere from Salt Lake City to Cleveland to Vegas again to Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, everywhere you can find me, fastandloosetour.com.
And
please.
you're doing like mostly 1,000, 2,000 seat theaters?
Yeah, a bunch of theaters and then a lot of clubs to get in the reps before. I think I'm hoping to shoot my special in May in Dallas at the Majestic, so we'll get some club reps in before then. Miami, everywhere, yes.
Awesome, dude. I love it. Come see him. And you were saying that, like, obviously, we love that you're on this.
Well, it was a dumb news story that came out here of that pilot who went nuts.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about it in my set.
So we don't want to give it away, but like, give us a little of how you...
It's a story about that pilot that did shrooms for 2 days and then tried to bring a plane down.
Right. Oh my God. He's charged with like 170 counts.
83 counts of attempted murder.
Oh my God.
0 for 83 this dude went.
Wait, but when you do that many do that many mushrooms, it's like you're trying to land the plane that is you.
Yes, I mean that was his whole angle.
Right.
That's what I was doing. I thought I was still tripping. No, man, you're on a plane.
No, man, the seatbelt sign was on.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, there are people out there who have done shrooms and thought that they were piloting a plane.
Yes.
You actually were doing.
He's actually a pilot. He's in the jump seat of the plane, like with his two boys, and 35,000 feet. He's like,
my God,
I'm not okay. Tries to bring the plane down.
That's wild.
You're like, hey man, in the old days, that guy would have just been drunk. Yeah. Now in this day and age, we're like, mushrooms. This guy's doing shrooms. Shrooms legal.
What do you do? Legal in Denver.
I love it. Catch him on tour.
Please.
Phenomenal stand up, and you guys will absolutely love it. I'm going to jump into the story. Okay,
let's do it.
This is sent in by Keyless Chuck at Again Intro. Again, intro.
I like it. New.
I know, a new person to send it in. This is the headline. It's great. Pennsylvania man steals cakes with his face on them. Police say.
Wait, so he'll like order a cake, have them put his face on it, and then
there
he
is
steals
a cake with his face on it. I'm going to show you it right now. That's the cake.
That's not what I would have thought.
You didn't think he was going to look
that
like
looks
that?
like just photoshopped.
Yeah.
Right? But that is a cake.
That looks like
a funeral cake.
Yeah.
By the way, but how good does that cake look?
He looks like Colin
chocolate.
Kaepernick's cousin,
Right?
That's a fun alliteration.
who like laid down during the national.
David Kaepernick. All right. Well, this guy's name is Dequai Anthony Jackson.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Jackson.
DAJ.
Why the Dequai? Anthony Jackson's a fine name.
Anthony Jackson's a great name.
But why Dequai?
Don't ask
Yeah.
Dequai.
Why Dequai?
Dequai. Why?
Don't ask Dequai. Ask Dequai not.
Is accused of stealing cakes from Weiss Markets located at 1204 Millersville Pike.
Shout out to Weiss
Shout out to Weiss Markets, right?
Markets
Doing the best they
representing.
can.
Go get your cake on.
I mean,
at
if
Weiss
that cake,
Markets.
if that picture isn't photoshopped, if that's how
incredible.
good they could put a photo on a
Okay,
cake.
do you know they can put photos on cake?
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's
of course.
crystal clear.
That's amazing. That you got like a laser printer on that cake.
Cake technology is incredible.
It's incredible.
Dequai has a face for cake.
He does. He's got a cake face, right? All right. So I'm not gonna tell you how old he is,
Okay.
but you
So
saw
it'll be
it.
fun to guess off of that because
Off of that.
that's a range.
We'll
on
guess that later. We'll do it later. Okay. Had supposedly ordered cakes online and had his face printed on them. So he ordered them.
Dan called it. Dan
Had the
called
face
it.
print on them.
I'm in this dumb logic.
but never paid for them prior online to come into the store to pick them up. I wonder if that's something that people do.
So they're just like, so when you are dealing with the employees at a Weiss's, you figure they're just trying to get through the day.
Right.
So they're not going to know who ordered online versus who.
I always think about this when I pick up food. Like if you order sushi down by my house and I walk in and I'm like, Randy, and they just give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you know if we paid or not? Like you do, but like I'm always
Also,
like,
do you know if you're Randy?
Yeah, do you know if you're Randy?
I
They don't
know.
care.
They don't check.
Because Chipotle has two of the craziest honor systems in our economy right now. The first one is that you're not going to take the whole bottle of the Chipotle's.
I mean, sorry, Chipotle.
It's been taken.
I'm on record.
It's like Liam Neeson's kids.
Taken.
Right. And then the one that the other did is they just set up a rack with letters, and you would just walk in and grab your Chipotle and walk out, and they would just have it like a A to L, whatever.
I mean,
and then,
why can't someone just take the one that?
Because
people don't want
the one on Hollywood at Vine. It lasted for about 2 weeks. And I'm not even going to that much, but I know I went in once, and then I went in a couple weeks later, and they were like, all orders are behind the counter.
Of course.
That
spreads like wildfire.
Like, you just walk in.
You could just walk into Chipotle.
It's like the commodities exchange.
It's like Indiana Jones with the sandbag and the thing. People are just coming to be like, this one feels like it has more food than I'm going to take this. How much food do you want? Just gauge it.
Fritas. No.
You just see a guy weighing 2 bags. He's like,
Also, someone's stealing it when they come in and be like, I'm just going to grab mine from D. And it's like, no one ever says that.
My theory was, I know he's stolen, but if you order a cake with your face on it and then you don't pick it up, let's say you say you need it on Thursday, but you really don't need it till Friday.
Don't waste the cake.
Exactly. On Friday, isn't that cake going to be sold for like a third off because they know nobody's going to buy it?
Who wants a dick way?
You need the cake Friday. You say you need it Thursday. That way Friday it's a day late for them.
But I would buy his
we're
face
all
on a
comics.
cake for like your birthday.
If your birthday, I would get you that cake.
I want the
Guys,
Dequai cake.
You want the Dequai
We
cake?
have a disease, okay?
we
have a
silly.
weird comedy.
I know,
This
I
is going to
know.
be funny disease. The average person is like, I'm not buying that. This is almost a genius hack, I would think.
Unless you just love cakes and you're like, I don't give a fuck whose face is on this cake.
I just
Oh,
give me a
good grocery
cake.
store sheet cake can get you through some hard
2 days old.
Grocery store sheet cakes, I've said this before, they are the best because they still put the chemicals in that kill you, and it tastes
You
good.
need that.
All right, so a witness confirmed that the person who ordered the cake was the same person pictured in the photos that were printed on the cake. The police explained this witness also said that payment was not made online for the bakery items. Who's the witness? It's definitely someone who works at the cake thing.
Yeah. Sure.
It's not just someone else buying. No.
I saw, man, steal.
He didn't look like he paid for it.
Yeah. He stole his face on the cake.
Jackson came to the store, picked up the cakes, and then he walked through the store and selected 4 canned products.
No, this was his nonchalant.
Could you draw a picture of the suspect? It's right there.
It's right here. We have it on the cake. 2 candles, a small package of cupcakes, and a box of chips.
Oh, he's
a
having a
box
party,
of
man.
chips.
Cupcakes. That's a little hat on a hat, isn't it?
He
Cake on a
proceeded
cake.
to the self-checkout, scans the small box of cupcakes and the box of chips. A payment of how much was made, the police stated in the release.
Box of chips and a
box of cupcakes, box of chips.
That's
how much,
it. And then he didn't scan the
And then he
cake.
didn't scan the cake.
So that's like there's so much theft going on with
Yeah,
self-checkout.
yeah, for
People
sure.
have been like printing their own.
You take the thing off the banana and you put it on the TV box and then you scan them.
It's like,
All these games are so new to me, man. God damn, I'm missing out.
I know. So how much money do you think he paid?
He probably paid like $8.50.
I'm gonna go 11.22.
What do you think?
$11.23 bucks.
There you go. He paid. Get your answers in, townies. $12.99. That's the way you
Give me them
well played.
cupcakes.
Well played. Well played. The cakes were valued at how much?
The cake, the face cake.
Face cakes were valued at how much?
Oh, that's at least a $22 cake.
So there were 2. So how many?
Oh.
So you're saying $44?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say each cake is like 30-something bucks, so probably like $60 total.
What do you think?
Those cakes are $50 each. That's $100 worth of cakes.
Okay, get your answers in, townies, because those cakes were $90.40. Nice job, Jay.
$45 a cake.
They were never scanned or paid for, according to the story of the authorities. Jackson was identified through the photos submitted again. Who did this?
Yeah, because he sent the photo. They also have his photo digitally. He sent it to
Right.
them.
So he submitted the photos in the cake and the security footage.
How
Like, it's
will we
very
ever
easy.
find him? Yeah.
Like, this is the easiest detective
He had one
work.
cake that was just his home address.
Here's where I hang out all the time. Cakes being matched to security footage, according to the police. He has a criminal record cleared and completed probation for his 2021 sentencing for retail theft in Berks County in March. So he's already a retail theft.
He's in jail, and they're like, what are you in for? Murder.
As part of
what
his,
are you in for?
Listen to this. This is really interesting. As part of his plea deal, he agreed that he is banned from all Target stores in Berks County. Can't go to Target anymore.
No more Target. Save a lot of money.
Okay.
In Lancaster, he committed offenses in 2018 and 2021, serving probation too. But he also gave false identification to the police in 2018. Show him the cake, man. Mm-hmm. So in that case, he participated in. I just love that this is such a brazen crime that like you're going to put your own face on the thing that they can identify you with.
This is a cry for help.
This is a cry. Less of a cry, more of a cry. ARD is a program that allows qualified offenders to put their possession or prosecution on hold as they complete the program. Once completed, they can seek engagement of their record for related charges. We're going to get out of here on this story, and then I'm going to send it to Jay, who's going to give us a little taste of what he's got. How old is DeQuai Anthony Jackson, who did that? You saw the picture. I'll show it to you again.
Fallen Kaepernick.
Fallen Kaepernick. The question is about him is how he could look great.
Yeah, I think he's a dumb kid.
So how old do you think he is?
I'm going to say he's 20 years old.
20 years old? Jay, what do you think?
26.
26, Nimesh?
Yeah, I would say early 20s, but let's call it 22.
22.
I mean, no, I'd say 20 because he why is he not just stealing alcohol?
I'll line up with him.
Okay, there you go. All right, get your answers in, townies, because DeQuai Anthony Jackson, who stole 2 cakes with his face on.
You say 37.
60. No, he is. You ready? 24 years old. You guys are all around it.
Yeah.
You guys are right around it. You're the closest one.
Yeah, you had it. Right.
This is the early beginnings of a mastermind criminal. He's just getting his footing right now.
Right. Yeah. He should be the new host of Cake Boss. Am I right? How great would that be?
What a loophole, though. Well, I mean, Weiss needs to step it up. If you just order cakes without paying for them.
So Weiss is they're gonna do what Chipotle did. They're like, there's no longer the racks.
We trusted you. We started with trust, and now we can no longer trust the public.
You can no longer take your cake through the self-checkout. There you go. Jay, give us a little taste of what we got.
When you want meat really badly.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Dan knows he's won 2 meat raffles. 2?
7.
7. God damn it. It's a Wisconsin thing.
Every summer in Wisconsin, I just enter meat raffle at the bar. They just be like, "Oh, we're doing a meat raffle," and I go, "Okay, sign me up."
$5 down for a ticket, and then you
$1, dude.
$1 a ticket.
So you get 2 wooden paddles with numbers on it, and then on the ceiling fan,
and a guy in the back opens up his van, and he's just got meat.
Yeah.
What the?
I do a whole
real thing.
Yeah, I do it in my current hour.
This is incredible.
Hashtag white people. All right, we're gonna take a break. We come back. One last story. We'll tell you what we've got going on in Stump People Town. Nimesh Patel is with us. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, I want to talk about this notion of spending money that you don't realize you're spending on subscriptions that you forgot that you're still a part of. I signed up for this golf tip service, and I was helping my golf swing for a while, and then I forgot about it. I didn't realize I'm still paying for it. And I've been actually tried to contact them so many times. It's taken so much time to figure it out. And I just need a way to slim things down, get rid of the subscriptions I don't need. And that is where Rocket Money comes in. I love these guys. Me too. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills. So I can see all my subscriptions in one place. And if I see something that I don't want, or like Jay said, we don't use anymore, I can cancel it with a tap. I never have to get on the phone with customer service. This is amazing, Dan.
They'll even try to get you a refund for the last couple months of wasted money and negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. That literally cannot be more simple. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions.
So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/DPT. That's rocketmoney.com/DPT. rocketmoney.com/DPT.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get into our last story, Jay, we can let people know what we have going on with us.
Yeah, we're going to be in Portland at the Great Helium on January 3rd.
January 4th, one night, January 4th, January 5th, Wet City Comedy Festival we're headlining. Yeah, we're at the Crocodile in Seattle. So much fun. And then we're going to be in Fairbanks, Alaska. I love Alaska so much. Have you ever been?
I love Alaska. I've been to Anchorage once, and it was awesome.
Amazing. Anchorage is great. Fairbanks, even cooler. I mean, they're both cool, but Fairbanks is up near the top of the earth. But great comedy crowds.
We'll be there on the 18th, and
we're headlining that comedy festival on the 18th.
It's going to be great. And you get all the tickets, and again, just Denver, supersclars.com will be in Denver Comedy Works, and Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in Detroit, and Acme Comedy Company, and then the Moontar Comedy Festival. Are you going to Moontar this year?
I am not, unfortunately.
Okay, because
you'll be in Austin another.
Anyway, good stuff. Supersclars.com, and we'll let you know when other shit's coming on. All right, Jake, go for it.
All right, this is sent in by Ryan Novak at the Ed UK Tour.
Okay.
And it's from Ozarks first, so it's from our home state.
Oh, there you go.
We play the home state game.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No worries.
All right, Springfield, man. We were just in Springfield. 2 billionaires in Springfield, Missouri.
It's like too many billionaires.
Like
you don't need too much money to have in
2
that
billionaires
small
in Missouri. Yeah,
it
seems like a lot.
You probably need like $1 million, and you could probably
you could own people and own the things.
They have.
Tell them to fix it up a little.
Yeah. Springfield man charged with demanding meat at gunpoint.
So just enter the raffle, Dan.
Or just order. Just
order it.
Sir. Yeah.
On April, guy.
Yeah, on April 18th.
I need meat.
Yeah. Republic Police Department officers were called to a price cutter. So it's not even good meat.
No.
Yeah.
To respond to a call about a robbery in which a man held an employee at gunpoint so that he would be served meat.
So now, if you're that employee, you go find the worst cut.
Give him the meat.
Give it to him.
Just give him the meat.
Give him the meat.
Not that one. That's not lean enough. That's not lean enough.
Yeah, that's another problem. You're way too broad. What kind do you want here?
What do you want? You want a porterhouse? What do you?
Larry Jean.
And this guy's like a meat connoisseur, so he's like, it's not marbled enough. It's not marbled enough.
I want Wagyu.
Larry Jean Gay.
Larry Jean Gay.
Phenomenal.
He's the president of Harvard. Just kidding.
He was destined.
He was, I'm not going to tell you his age. We'll guess at the end. Of Springfield is charged with 1 felony count of unlawful use of a weapon, felony count of armed criminal action. Court documents show that officers responded to the scene and ordered Gay to get out of his truck so they could arrest him. So he already did it.
Yeah.
He succeeded.
Who did it? That guy in his truck over there who's just parked at the grocery store.
I like him just sitting in his truck contemplating what he just did.
Right.
Come and get me.
Who's the man? He's
come and get me, bitch. I got the ground round.
In an interview, Gay said he's being interviewed. He said he went to Price Cutter to buy steaks. He told the, quote, good man who was helping him that they needed to weigh the steaks. However, the meat department was closed. Gay said at that point he showed his gun. Just to say, I'm not stealing. I need you here to help me get a couple of these steaks. I'm not going to hurt you.
So he just won't accept.
Show the gun.
He just won't accept business hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking jag off.
That's when the shit is open.
I don't know. I'm rooting for this guy right now.
The officer asked
How
Gay,
dare you close the meat department?
The officer, this is why this officer did it right. Like he's like, I'm going to make you tell me why you were wrong. Okay. Right? You know when a cop does that to you? Tell me what you think you did wrong, right? The officer asked Gay why he thought the people in the store called the police.
Why do you think these guys called the police on you, bud?
And told them he was threatening them with a gun. Gay said, I don't know. I have no idea.
Rook tonight 4.
He was like, I don't know. I have no idea.
You tell me, bitch.
It's not my first time stealing meat, officer.
That's right.
I'm not falling into this trap.
I've done this before.
I've been to this
But then the cop's like, well, you just said you stole meat. He's like,
God damn it.
Damn it. The employee said he received a call from the meat department. Like, if you work in the meat department.
Great bar in San Francisco.
Meat department.
Great gay bar in any city.
Any
meat
city.
department.
For the meat department about a man packing his own meat. All right.
Come on.
So he went behind he's like, I'm doing this myself.
I'm going to do this myself.
I'm going to pack.
I got a gun.
Meat, and he was packing meat.
Yeah.
The employee approached Gay and told him that he could not be there. Gay got upset and said that he was going to keep doing what he was doing. The employee...
It's too vague for me. This is way too vague.
This is such a beautiful, dramatic reenactment happening, on like 911 emergency, like that show. This reenactment.
I'm just going to keep doing.
How do I rip the paper off the thing?
I'm just a gay packing meat. Let me do it.
What do you want? What's your problem? I want meat. Okay. Well, we're not giving any. Well, I might do something about that. Right. What exactly? I don't know. What's happening now? I'm going to do what I'm doing.
Gonna come
He's way
the
too
counter.
vague for me.
Right.
But also, maybe that's his way of being like, I technically never did
I never
anything.
said I was gonna.
I just implied I had a gun.
I had a gun. The employee said he was not going to help him with the meat.
Which does not mean don't do it.
Right. Said,
It just means I'm not going to help you with it.
Hey, man, if you want to go back there and do it. Once he held the gun to my throat, pushed it into my throat. Okay. All right.
That took a turn.
Maybe that had something to do with
I decided to comply.
Yeah. This is all of a sudden Act 3 of Pulp Fiction. Where you're like, oh, whoa, we're going this way.
Yeah. At the time of this writing, Gay was being held at the Greene County Jail on how much bond? What's the bond on this guy?
I mean, you put a gun to a person's
throat.
It's
and
in
push it in.
Missouri, though.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was really good as a test taker when I was a kid. And
Sure.
I feel like you wouldn't cue this up if we hadn't had the $3,500 Macon, Georgia thing already. So I'm gonna guess $10,000.
$10,000 from Nimesh. 20.
That's what I was going to say. I'll go $5,000.
$5,000 from Daniel. Get your answers in. Shout at your ham radio, and then we'll guess his age.
Okay.
$50,000.
Wow.
Now that's more appropriate.
Okay. They don't think Larry Gene Gay should be on the streets, man.
No, he shouldn't.
No.
He should.
A gun to a throat for
meat?
steaks.
Fucking ribeye?
Yeah.
Turning price cutter into
Just
price
shoot it.
cow.
We're being nice, too. We keep saying steaks. He probably just wanted fucking bone-in pork chops.
Listen, bone-in pork chops or whatever, veal Salisbury steaks. All right. We're going to get out of here on this. Okay. How old is Larry Gene Gay? Showed the gun, pushed it in the throat. Owns a truck.
I'll let you go first.
Packed his own meat. How
or
old
last. You can choose. Would you rather go last?
I'm going to go first. Okay. I'm going to say 57 years old. This man has been through some shit.
That's exactly what I thought.
He's a simple man. He just wants to eat his meat.
Wants
in
his
his truck. He's not going to go that far to get it, but he's going to put a gun.
He's going to do something. Also, Larry is an old man's name.
Yeah, for sure.
So you don't meet a lot of what's your son's name? Larry?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'd say 64.
I think you guys are both way too young. I'm going to say this dude's 71 years old.
71 years old. One of you is 1 year off. Okay, so I'm going to go 65. You go up or down a year?
Did I say 57?
Yeah, 57.
I'll say 58.
Yeah, that's where I would have gone to. I'll go 71, 72.
72 years old. Get your answers in. Nimesh, thank you for joining us on this show. We love it. Go see him on tour. Go see Daniel on tour. Come see us. Support live comedy. It's what you do. Larry Gene Gay is 70 years old.
He was so worn out. That's why he had to sit in his truck. He was like, all right, give me a minute.
Took a lot out of him. I gotta breathe before.
I mean, just a lot of like that.
I haven't felt that alive in years.
And then he had to calm
also,
down.
it's a super old guy to be like, I'm not saying what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, he's not jittery and young. He's old.
Dealing with
deliberate.
COPD. Come on. All right. There you go. That's a show, you guys. That's how we do it. Dumb People Town. We love you. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but if it's around the New Year, Happy New Year and all that stuff. And oh shit, we gotta get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.